And we could also put more debilitation on him, so we shall do that. So let's smite.
He's already dead.
Alright, we are here today taking a look at Gordian Quest, which recently released a big update that unlocked Act 3 to their campaign, along with new heroes, quests, and gameplay mechanics. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Gordian Quest, it is a classic RPG-inspired game by the likes of Ultima, Wizardry, D&D.
18 or above to hit. 20.
Blip, slap that hobbit's off, yo.
That being said, I would like to thank Mixed Realms for supporting the channel by sponsoring this video. As you guys are aware by now, I treat my sponsored content like any other video. I just play a game, have a bit of fun, hopefully entertain you guys along the way. None of my opinions should ever influence your decision one way or the other. However, if you do enjoy what you see here today, I will have a link for you in the description down below where you can pick this up with a 30% discount that runs to November 1st. Let's go. There's quite a few modes for this game. We have the campaign mode, which will focus on our story and also the gameplay mechanics. This is probably what we'll be focusing on this video, just to kind of give you a good roundabout feel of the entire game. But we also do have realm mode, which essentially kind of works like an Iron Man type of challenge. You get basically thrown a bunch of enemies and it's just a matter of how long you survive. And I believe this is the mode that has like weekly scoreboards and all-time leaderboards, so you can kind of, test your mettle against other players online. And if you want to do that even more precisely, you do have the one-on-one PvP mode as well for against other players as well. We're going to be trying out Ida, a druid. Why? Well, why not? She's a giant Amazoness, you do the math.
Crushed pelvises.
Okay, and just like that, we're already into combat. We're essentially going to be kind of a bit of a mercenary for hire in a sense, but then we'll get more involved with the storyline as we go forward here. We got our card system down here, but this game goes beyond that. Especially positioning is so crucial for this game, especially for synergies, avoiding damage, etc, etc. We'll soon see it here pretty soon. But let's start off over here. We got this guy apparently about to lurch towards me for 7 damage. You can see him attacking me. This guy is going for a bite towards that NPC that's on our side right there. Let's see about... Well, we can shift the target. So, for instance, right now we already have a ability with a chance to remove this guy to a different position. So we're already attacking him, and now I can move him to any other square. So obviously he's coming after me. That's going to be for 7 damage, right? So how about we do the smart thing here and just guard? And because we can't get rid of him right now in this turn, let's make sure that we guard against so we don't take any damage. So we got 10 armor right there. That should be enough for us this time around. You there! You with the soldiers that came in from the south, with me. The undead ahead look like nasty ones. We'll push through this group and regroup with Captain Roderick and his men at the garrison. If you're handy with that weapon of yours, now would be a good time to use it. And speaking of weapons, another cool thing about this too, you actually do build your characters, not just your main character, but the ones that you'll be joining in combat over time. You can actually equip with different gear, which does have an impact in combat. We have attack of opportunity with our boy here. When an ally is in the same row, so if I'm one square or at least one circle below him, and I do an attack, he will follow up with an attack of opportunity for 7 damage as well. So for instance, right now we'll do 7, he'll do 7. It'll be the end for this guy right here. Well fought. Let's get a move on before more of them come. The garrison is just up ahead. At ease, Officer Aaron. And greetings, traveler. Your arrival to our fair city couldn't come at a worse time. The undead curse that lays on this land has been torn and outside for centuries, but an attack of this magnitude unheard of. Foul magic has disabled the waypoints as well. Smells like the work of enemy action if you ask me. Indeed, officer. Anyway, Captain Roderick's the name. I'm in charge of this garrison. We've already evacuated civilians to High Home before the incident with the waypoints, so it's just battle essential personnel here. The situation is dire. We've got our hands full tending to the injured, so I urge you to help my men push back the undead in the immediate area. The dead outnumber us 3-1 out there. Now, we will have random events as well, so at the guild hall, we might have a chance to apparently recruit our very first mate here. So the guild hall is wide an area originally designed to accommodate crowds for the town's festivities. Now it is a temporary refuge for sullen-faced adventurers, nursing all manners of injuries. I was hoping we could have gotten a warlock. Now what's cool about the warlock is that you could really have some nice synergies with the druid if you had him, but unfortunately doesn't see here. I could do a random, but again, what are the chances we get the warlock? I'm gonna go with the cleric. Smite away, Catherine. So let's start off over. We have the Restless Dead. Heroes have 19 plus initiative. Now we're gonna get a couple of challenge roles along the way, which I like. It kind of gives you a D&D feel at the same time. So the Restless Dead, let's go and check this one out here. I don't think I've ever really played with the cleric before, so this is going to be very intriguing. We'll have to do a little bit of on-the-fly learning of her abilities here. I love that look, though. Yo, the shield and the freaking warhammer. The Jesus stick to beat down the undead. You're going for 1, 2, 3, so even if I pushed you one back, you would still hurt my cleric. So instead, let's move you down over here. Now, all of them are going towards the NPC, so, you know, hey, it's a problem. I'd rather keep my characters alive than the NPC. What can I say? I'm a scumbag that way. Let's do some swipes for a bleed. And hey, you know what? At least this guy's going to die pretty soon, right? We could also tackle, which again wouldn't cost us a turn. It's going to cost him some special points, which we do have. We do have to be close range for this one, so I'd have to be like, you know, here to hurt this guy. This guy's about to die, so it's kind of pointless to use that on him. I'm going to end my turn for this one. Let's see what the cleric has in store for us. So melee attack, 28 damage. Oof. Fire damage? Yo, let's go. Okay, I'm already liking. We have Holy Force, so we gotta build up your SP for that. Shield block, guard, and armor. Blessed Strike. It's gonna be regular melee attack. It also gains channel. Reduce the cost of channeled spells. Smite that zombie away. And this time we got some, oh, the old Skelly boys. We got the Righteous Blow. That's what we wanted to do last time when we couldn't, right? Well, at this point, we could use it to remove this man from existence altogether, which we shall. So, Zombo, give him the old Righteous Blow. He has now ceased to exist. And you're still going to be alive. No, you're not. No, you're not. And then, oh, there it is. So that's the channeling. So we do have a couple of orbs now around you. And we also have a restore. Nice. I mean, she is a cleric after all, huh? And what are you doing? You're doing a 5 damage towards me? Pfft. I think not. Strike, we blocked it. No problem.
Fatality.
This should be more of a stronger fight. Yes, we have the Nether Flayer. Yep, retain guard. So 12, he's also got 75 HP to start off with. He's going for a heavy swing that apparently is going to hit nobody here because it hits somebody in that lane. So as long as we avoid this lane, that doesn't really matter to us. That said, we might want to get rid of his boys here first. They don't really bother us too often. We do have tackle. For tackle to work, we'd have to get very close, and even then, we'd have to have an enemy like over here. Here tops, but we'll worry about that later. And now can we swipe? We could swipe you. Get a little bit of bleeding on you. I guess we shall. And you'll take a bit more damage. We don't have a javelin, unfortunately, to kind of finish this off. And again, I don't want to move down here just to use tackle because obviously then we'll be into attack swing of heavy swing, which I don't want. I guess I could shift upwards, but then I'll lose tackle. You know what? Let's just end our turn for this one. We'll switch it over to our cleric here. A cleric, what do you got for me? In channel, smite. So this is what channeling is going to be used for. So reduces the cost of channeled spells. Oh, so potentially if I had like, you know, say 3 orbs channeled up, roaming about me like we did last time, we could even drop this smite to a 0 cost spell, assuming we had the channeled AP already, huh? How about that? I mean, what we could do right now is use Blessed Strike and then use some smite. Yeah, we get 1 channel right off the bat. Sure. Well, I guess we'll have to use it on you. But now we should be able to smite. And this, not going to be enough, unfortunately, to kill you, although it is fire damage. Oh yeah, but you're the Skeletors, so the Skeletors aren't really weak to the fire. But you saw what happened there? Attack of opportunity, yes sir. So, 1 turn kill. This guy is now alone. Again, synergies, really, really fun in this game, especially because of the position you have to do to make him happen to. The opportunity is still there. It's back to us. This would trigger another one as well. Now, you're not bleeding just yet, are you? This would shift the target. I don't want to shift you just yet. But Wind Gust is going to knock you back, although you can't be knocked back any further, so you know what? That's perfect. So he's got bleeding now on him. And let's see, what are you doing? You're doing a heavy swing, which is going to be towards that NPC, huh? Can I move you somewhere else? You know what? Let me move you forward. It gives us more abilities to hit you this way if you're closer to us. Let's start off, though, by... oh, man, can we shift? Yes. Let me shift down here first, just so we could also apply Vulnerable on him. And then... I don't see why not, as a matter of fact. It doesn't trigger. Oh, the righteous, the attack opportunity is only once burned. That would have killed him had it triggered again, but I guess it's only one per turn, not one per character. But we do still have our SP, even though we've already gone through our card usage, so Holy Force is enough to kill him. I mean, what can I say? I'm already loving the Cleric. I mean, at least early on, we have, like, the first act is really undead heavy, because we're kind of working ourselves towards, like, a Necromancer Lich thing, whatever. So, I can see the benefits of the Cleric here for sure. You've certainly got a knack for staying alive. The garrison should be a little safer, which will help. That leaves our main objective, the garrison storehouse, right up ahead through the streets. Now, over here, I believe we're going to have to be doing a couple of D&D type of roles, as I've mentioned, which has a really big impact in the game, especially this terms on how you want to use your cards that can make it harder for you for upcoming fights, but also easier to actually succeed for the roles themselves. So, for instance, here on the way to the storehouse, you pass by 3 soldiers nursing an assortment of injuries. They advise caution when dealing with the bandits. The front door is blockaded and they'll have crossbows waiting for you if you get in. So, down the road you arrive at the garrison storehouse. A bandit peers out from the arrow slit on the 2nd floor. Scram! Unless you get a death wish, he sneers before heading back inside. The front door doesn't budge when you push on it. It might give way with some force, but the earlier soldier's warning comes to mind. So we do have that already, that idea what can happen if we force ourselves in. Now, if we did want to force ourselves in, strength. Ida 45%, Catherine 45%, not too good. Intelligence though, well, we do have a cleric, so the intelligence would be a bit higher. Let's definitely go search for another point of entry. And this is essentially what I talked about. The risk is you could use your cards to increase your chance for the roll modifier, but it also will add more exhaustion to yourself, which means in combat you'll get like useless cards that'll be taking up spots in your deck. You can also remove those by using items and also resting over time eventually through camping, but unless you do that, they'll remain in your deck for a while. So now we have to score 11 to succeed. We would have a roll modifier of 2, so we're looking for at least a roll of 9. Am I confident about that? Not really. Let's go ahead and use one of these here. I feel like we could do a 5er. So anything above a 4 we
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
all we had to do was roll higher than a 4. Just a 4 or higher. I mean, you couldn't have cut it any closer, I suppose, but we got it. So, let's continue. We have now an exhaustion card, but we were able to get through that skill check. Your keen eyes spot faint scuff marks in the far wall, likely made by steel-toed boots. On further inspection, you spot a few good handholds. So Officer Aaron has assisted us. Let's climb the roof, which luckily is not on fire. On the rooftop, you fortuitously find an open hatch door and ladder leading down to the storehouse. Inside, you spot 3 bandits on the lower floor. 2 of them have their crossbows trained at the front door, which is that information we got. And the larger bandit, presumably the leader, is rummaging through various supply crates. So we can apparently take on the big bandit or the 2 little boys there. If we take out the bandits watching the door, it'll trigger an encounter, which I believe is going to be all 3 of them. The crossbow guys and the bandit leader. Here we have a chance to take out the bandit leader and make our fight a lot easier. So let's try that one. This is going to require a test of reflex, and luckily for us, Ida, dexterity is really high, 70, so let's do that. Roll modifier of 1, but all we have to do is roll higher than a 6. You know what? Let's just roll with it. Literally. Oh yeah! I was going to say, like, come on. Just gotta at least roll a 6. We don't have to modify that, do we? And we didn't. We succeeded without having to give her an exhaustion card, so that's good. She also leveled up. That should take out the big bad boy. And now only the 2 bandits are remaining, so it makes her fight a lot easier than it would have been. Not that the bandit leader is really tough, but, If you can simplify life, why not do it, you know what I'm saying? So let's see, NPC's going first. Even up there, but this guy's by himself, so I guess a really big concern would be up there. Let's put a little bleed. This will increase it up to a 9. And we cannot tackle... yes, we can. As a matter of fact, we could do a lot of damage to this guy right here. This is what we'll do. We'll shift down to here. But we'll still have 2 SP, which allows us to tackle. Now, it won't kill him, but it'll do 22 damage, which sets him up. And again, what was that? Attack of opportunity? Yeah. Once again, positioning, very important in this game. We got 1 card left over, but at this point we're good. And that turn, and your life. And it looks very simple, doesn't it? But again, it's simple because you got to take advantage of the positioning in combat. Again, this game, when it comes to positioning combat, I love that. Like, I love having to, you know, get the juices flowing a little bit. Make sure that you're utilizing all the wrinkles in that smooth brain that you normally carry. We got some war boots as well, which gives us +1 of strength. I think any of our characters can actually equip that. We also have leveled up here, so we'll probably have to distribute some points. A victory for us. Let's head back to the garrison. Alright, so let's see here. We got 1 skill point. Again, as I mentioned, we have character progression. So, HP, increased initiative, could be also pretty good, and just another stat point in general. Well, I'm big on HP early on, so let me unlock that. And then for the cleric, I mean, you are going to be fairly new to me, as I've mentioned before. I'm going to say we add stat points for you. And we'll definitely keep going with intelligence. This will get us a new character, this new quest. As a matter of fact, 2 it does seem. We have... I think you're more of the regular, just, melee build swordsman. This is going to be a ranger, so he's going to be definitely, more of a ranged unit.
Oh, really?
Now this one is going to give us an NPC and also Bertram, which we can't control until we actually win this fight. But as you can see, we have 7 more enemies to deal with, so this will be like a wave type of battle thing. Let's see, we have strike 6 and 6. Alright. And weak against fire for the Bone Warrior. Interesting. So the skeleton, no weakness, but the Bone Warrior apparently does have the fire weakness. So it seems that apparently putting armor on makes him weaker to fire than just being apparently just regular Skeletor. No targets. That's a shame. So we got our first damage during the cleric. Now don't worry, we can always heal that. We do have our abilities to heal if we have to summon them. As a matter of fact, there it is right there. Holy Force. And she's almost up to 3, so we definitely could use this right now. As a matter of fact, we use it. Kind of want to use it on you, but again, there's things in the freaking way. Let's use it on you to get rid of you. That'll give us our chain mend. Heal an ally in your row. Oh, it's only for the ally? Can I heal myself with it though? You better believe it. And righteous blow. Because you know. And we have 2 channeled up. Very good. Nobody's here left. What do I do? You're saying, well, can't do much. Can we channel anything at the moment? No. That'll be it. Next set of waves here. 3 more. So it does seem that the Spite Snake, the boss, is coming up maybe with 3 boys on his row. We will see. Ida. Wind Gust is back, so that's going to be knockback, but again, all the enemies in the last row, so it's not like we can knock them back anymore. Makes it really hard to hit with melee, though. Well, let's do that. I guess we might as well just get rid of you now. And hurl a javelin down through here. And tackle, 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 tackle again. We not only need to be up here to get more range, but also the enemies have to be further up close, so we can't even shift into location. So I guess we'll just end it there. Bertram decided to set up a trap. This random NPC guard is being more useful than Bertram is at the moment. I can't wrap my head around that. He's over there, no targets for 1, setting up traps. I guess maybe it could be useful once they roll up the next turn, right? Sure, I guess he's setting up for the future. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We could also smite this guy right now. Will we? Yes, because he'll take a bit more damage. Can we take him out next turn? 4, 27. Oh, but he's got the armor, Falcon. You're right, he does. Well, we might as well start then with it. We're gonna have to lower him over time anyway, so there is that. You're doing a what? You're doing a strike towards me? Do my eyes deceive me? Well, we'll just guard that strike. Go for it. Oh, look at that. No damage. Oh, yo, look at this madman. He's done it. He trapped this, what is he? What is that supposed to be? A spite snake. It's a flesh ripper. He's weak to fire and weak to electricity? It's a Pokemon. He's flying. You hit him with electricity, obviously. Okay, let's see. Ida, nothing but dodges, no attacks at all. Other than tackle, but again, we can't even get into tackle range. Can I shift with you by any chance? Yes, I can. Tackle your ass into oblivion. And, what are you doing? You're doing a lurch, 8 damage towards me. You are blood feed. 8 damage towards her. Well, I guess at this point we'll just basically play defensively with you. What are you doing, Bertram? Oh, yo, Bertram, now he's coming up to play. So he apparently attacked. Did he pull this dude towards us? Oh, no, you have the random ability. Yeah, so this guy, whenever he takes damage, he does slippery, yeah. Move to random unoccupied cell when hit. So whenever you hit him, he apparently pops in a different location. Very interesting skill. That said, let's... Oh, you scumbag. I was gonna finish you off, but again, you teleported. I can hit you now. You absolute madman. That worked. He thought he was gonna escape me? Nah. And that's all we can do, right? Yeah. Now there's the big boss of this something, and then we'll get Bertram into our party. Another dude with the wall effect on. So far, we're kind of just steamrolling through everybody, it does seem, huh? Should we get rid of this guy now? I guess we... That's gonna be bleed, though. We might as well use bleed on something to stick around a bit longer. Although he does have guards, so he's not gonna take the bleed effect, so that's on me. But... now... he'll have it. What are you planning to do, Strike? 5 damage towards me? I mean, even if I move back, you'll still be able to launch it, so that's fine. We'll keep it right there. Bertram, can you back me up? Kind of. I should be able to get rid of him with the cleric, though. And then what are you planning to do? Heavy swing? Oh, on that thing, you can knock it back too, huh? Go for it. So, let's get rid of you. Bertram, once again with no targets, NPC, go ahead and do a little bit of damage there. Now it's back up to us. Smite is ready to go. So again, 18 damage, he's also weak to it, so he'll take a lot more. And we also have Holy Force for 14 more, so these are 2 basic free attacks that we got here at the moment.
Oh, baby, a triple!
Alright, that being said, I've gone way over time with this one, which means I've lost track of time, which means I'm enjoying myself. That's always a good thing. This has been Gordian Quest. All the information for this will be down below, as I've mentioned. Currently sale until November 1st, 30% discount. Very, very cool, as I've mentioned. It's not just your typical deck builder, because it's got a lot more progression involved, and more importantly, what I really enjoy about this is the strategy involved when moving characters around, how to avoid damage, how to make sure that your attack synergies with something else. It just adds an entire level of depth to this, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.